In a bustling market, a small girl's plea saves a neglected German Shepherd. But what unfolds is a tale of unparalleled loyalty and unexpected heroics. Discover the incredible journey that defies expectations and ignites a fierce battle for justice. In the midst of a lively market, a neglected young German Shepherd draws the gaze of a 5-year-old girl. Before diving into this heartwarming tale, here's a fun challenge. Today's magical word is compassion. Comment this word below to join our weekly giveaway of exciting prizes. Let's make this story even more special together. The dog looks forlorn and neglected, and the girl begs her mother to assist her in rescuing him. What occurs next is genuinely astonishing. On a sunny Saturday morning, 5-year-old Emily walked through the lively market with her parents when she spotted a large German Shepherd secured to a post near a corner booth. Victoria, her mother, observed Emily's gaze and traced it to the dog. With a sigh, she acknowledged her daughter's innate compassion for animals in distress. "All right, darling, we can go check it out, but stick by my side," she said. As they approached, Emily knelt a short distance from the dog. "Hello, pup," she softly said, extending her hand. Have you ever felt an unspoken connection with an animal? Could it be that they understand more than we think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. The dog carefully sniffed the air, its ears flickering a bit in reaction. Emily moved a bit nearer. "You look so down." "It's all right. I'm here now." Victoria watched her daughter closely. Emily had always had a special bond with animals, but this dog seemed especially defenseless. "Emily, watch out," Victoria cautioned. "He could be scared." The girl nodded, yet her attention stayed on the dog. She observed a vendor close by who appeared to be the owner. Show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss stories that bring light to forgotten heroes like Thor. The man was occupied serving customers and gave minimal focus to the dog. Emily got up and walked over to him. "Pardon me, sir. Is this your dog?" The vendor looked at her for a moment, then nodded and replied that the dog was worthless. No one was interested in him, and he was simply taking up room. Emily felt a heaviness in her chest. "Can I stroke him?" she inquired. The man shrugged casually. Emily faced the dog again, gently reaching out her hand to pet his coat. To her surprise, the dog didn't pull back. Rather, he leaned into her hand, his tail wagging slightly. Emily grinned. She sensed a bond was developing. In the upcoming weeks, Emily and her parents went to the market frequently. Every moment she shared with the dog, she called him Thor, and with every encounter, their connection deepened. Thor appeared to identify Emily, his eyes brightening every time he spotted her. But what if this bond wasn't just about love? What if it was destined to become something extraordinary? Stay tuned. This story will leave you questioning everything you know about loyalty. Her parents observed the increasing bond and started to talk about the chance of bringing the dog home. They understood it wouldn't be simple. Thor required medical treatment and considerable care. Yet they couldn't overlook Emily's steadfast resolve to assist him. In the end, following extensive conversation, they went to the vendor with a proposal to bring Thor home. The man appeared keen to dispose of what he termed the worthless dog and consented easily. Emily felt elated as she carefully unfastened Thor's chain and guided him to their vehicle. "You're going home with us," she murmured quietly. During the return trip, Emily sat near the dog, softly caressing his fur with her hand. He laid his head on her lap, a subtle sign of trust and reassurance. Thor's journey from despair to trust is nothing short of miraculous. Do you believe every animal deserves a second chance? Let us know in the comments. And while you're at it, hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell to join our community of compassionate storytellers. Emily saved a forsaken dog from the market, but she was unaware that Thor, as he would eventually be called, was about to show just how extraordinary their connection would grow. Bringing the dog into their home marked the start of a fresh adventure for Emily and her family. Although the initial happiness of saving the dog warmed their hearts, they quickly understood the difficulties that awaited them. Thor, bearing matted fur and prominent ribs, had faced a challenging existence, which was evident in his demeanor. We're halfway through this touching journey. Remember, the magical word is compassion. Type it in the comments and keep watching to discover Thor's incredible transformation. Initially, he was anxious and distrustful of his unfamiliar environment. He recoiled at abrupt gestures and loud sounds, shrinking back when grown-ups attempted to stroke him. Emily devoted every available minute to him. She would sit next to him and read books or just discuss her day with him. Her small stature appeared to comfort him. Gradually, the dog started to exhibit signs of trust. He leaned into her touch as she stroked him and began to follow her throughout the house. Yet his actions remained inconsistent. Thus, the family chose to pursue expert assistance. They contacted a nearby animal behaviorist, Dr. Louise Taylor, who focused on helping traumatized dogs. Dr. Taylor visited their residence and attentively examined Thor's behavior and attitude. "This dog has faced considerable suffering," she remarked reflectively. "His unpredictable actions result from the trauma he has undergone previously. What he requires at this moment is a consistent environment, patience, and ongoing training to restore his sense of safety." She offered them a training strategy that focused on positive reinforcement and gradual introduction to fresh experiences. The training was gradual and demanded a significant amount of patience. There were days when Thor demonstrated improvement and reacted positively to commands. He even occasionally played fetch with Emily. However, there were also obstacles. Thor would occasionally growl or snap if he sensed he was cornered or in danger, but he was never hostile toward the little girl. One day, as he was playing in the yard, he walked over to Emily with a ball in his mouth, his tail swirling like a propeller. It was the first occasion he had started play, and Emily's heart filled with happiness. She tossed the ball, and Thor ran after it, barking joyfully. Victoria and John observed from the porch. The process of rehabilitating their dog was not complete yet, but the family's steadfast dedication was beginning to bear fruit. As weeks became months, Thor's conduct gradually got better. Emily's endless patience and unwavering love began to heal the emotional wounds from his past. On a sunny afternoon, she played in the yard, her giggles echoing in the air. Thor happily pursued a ball, his tail swaying with fresh joy. On the porch, Victoria and John enjoyed sipping iced tea, feeling a wave of tranquility envelop them as they observed. At that time, they couldn't avoid admiring the progress their cherished dog had made. Unexpectedly, a sudden loud sound disrupted the tranquil afternoon. The neighbor's cat was frightened by a car backfiring. It raced across the yard and drove Thor into a frenzy. He chased after the cat, barking frantically. Emily attempted to halt Thor. She chased after him, her little legs working hard to match his pace. Amidst the turmoil, she failed to see the oncoming car racing down the road. Victoria and John's hearts raced as they watched Emily pursuing Thor. They yelled, but their shouts were overshadowed by the car's engine and the dogs barking. Apologies for the pause. Before we move on with the story, I humbly request you to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It is crucial for us. I appreciate it greatly. In that brief moment, Thor's instincts to protect kicked in. He recognized the threat long before Emily noticed it. As the vehicle raced perilously near, he turned abruptly and sprinted back to her with remarkable swiftness. With a powerful jump, he thrust her away from the vehicle's trajectory just in time. The vehicle came to a sudden stop, the driver's expression ashen with disbelief. Victoria and John hurried to Emily, who appeared stunned yet unhurt, gripping Thor, who was standing guard over her. He snuggled her softly, licking her cheek as if to comfort her that she was protected. From that day forward, Thor's role in the family was made official. His brave deed altered Victoria and John's perception of him. He was no longer merely a rescue dog with a difficult history. He had become a devoted guardian and a cherished part of their family, ready to do whatever it took to ensure their safety. One day, while walking, Thor unexpectedly stopped and started to growl. Emily glanced up and noticed a man coming closer. It was the same vendor from the market who had kept Thor shackled and mistreated. The man's eyes tightened as he spotted the dog. "So that's your final destination?" he mocked, his voice icy and cutting. Emily strengthened her hold on Thor's leash, sensing the tension emanating from him. She understood the importance of remaining calm. "Thor is my dog now," she stated with quiet resolve, "and you can't have him back." The man scoffed, his tone filled with arrogance. "He was my dog originally," he shot back. "You had no claim to him." Emily stood firm, her voice unwavering as she looked him in the eyes. This moment defines courage. Do you think we should always stand up to bullies, no matter their power? Let us know in the comments. Your perspective matters. "You failed to care for him," she countered confidently. "He deserved more." The man moved in closer. Thor growled louder, standing protectively in front of Emily. The man warned that he would notify the authorities, even alleging that she had taken his dog. Emily's thoughts raced. She understood the man had no basis for his claim, yet the clash was disconcerting. "Proceed," she answered. "We possess evidence of your treatment towards him. You won't retrieve him." The man shot her a fierce look, then turned and walked off, mumbling softly. Emily exhaled unsteadily and crouched next to Thor. She embraced him firmly and reassured, "It's fine. He will never harm you again." The event unsettled Emily, yet it also bolstered her determination. She understood the need to stay alert and safeguard Thor from anyone who could attempt to take him. She talked to her parents about the meeting. They comforted her by saying they would back her up and ensure Thor's safety. On a sunny and bright Saturday, the local community organized a pet fair and dog show, and Emily's family decided to participate in the event. It was a chance to display Thor's advancements and have a day out together. The fair was lively with excitement when they got there. Stalls filled the park, providing pet products, snacks, and details on animal care. The atmosphere was alive with joyful barks and laughter as dogs of various breeds and sizes socialized with their humans. Emily was thrilled to be at the event and was eager to observe how Thor would adjust to the strange environment. While strolling through the lively fair, they stumbled upon a booth featuring a tracking and agility showcase. Emily's eyes shone with excitement as she viewed the exhibit. "Can we give this a try, Mommy?" she inquired, gazing up at her mother with eager eyes. Victoria grinned and agreed. They walked up to the booth, where a welcoming instructor welcomed them. He inquired whether they were interested in discovering if their dog possessed any concealed skills. Emily nodded with enthusiasm. The teacher led them to the agility course, arranged with tunnels, jumps, and weave poles. "Let's start with some basic agility exercises and watch Thor in action," he suggested. Emily brought her dog to the starting line, her heart racing with anticipation. She had never attempted agility with Thor previously, but she suspected he could astonish everyone. She leaned in close and whispered to him, inquiring if he was prepared. Thor's ears perked up, and his tail wagged with excitement. The moment Emily gave the signal, Thor charged ahead with purpose. He navigated the course with exceptional agility and elegance. Thor flew gracefully over the jumps, navigated seamlessly between the poles, and sprinted through the tunnels with a swiftness and precision that amazed everyone. The audience observed in amazement as he finished the course quicker than anyone anticipated. Emily radiated with pride. She had always believed her dog was exceptional, but watching him succeed in the agility course surpassed her greatest expectations. The word about Thor's concealed talent traveled swiftly throughout the fair. Individuals who had previously regarded him merely as a rescued dog now perceived him as a celebrity. Emily's family got many proposals from trainers and agility clubs. Everyone was enthusiastic about assisting Thor in achieving his maximum potential. The revelation of his skill created new opportunities for Emily and her cherished dog. They started training at the nearby agility club. Thor's advancement was remarkable, and he swiftly gained popularity among the trainers. However, the enthusiasm around Thor's newly found agility skill was quickly eclipsed by a concerning situation. The former owner, encouraged by witnessing Thor's achievements, started to intensify his threats. He began appearing at the park while they were training. He would proclaim that Thor was his, and that he would reclaim him by whatever means required. Emily's parents became increasingly worried about their daughter's safety and Thor's welfare. They concluded it was necessary to pursue legal measures to ensure the dog's permanent position in their family. They reached out to an attorney who focused on animal rights issues. In their first meeting, the attorney, Ms. Patterson, paid close attention to their account. "You have a strong case," she asserted confidently. "The crucial part will be gathering as much evidence as possible regarding Thor's previous mistreatment and showing how well he is thriving in your care." Victoria and John started gathering everything they could to bolster their case. They captured thorough photographs of Thor's state during his initial rescue, highlighting his tangled fur, visible ribs, and sorrowful gaze. They also collected veterinary records that demonstrated his health progress and testimonials from neighbors, friends, and trainers who had observed Thor's change. Emily was resolute in her desire to assist, too. She composed an earnest letter detailing her connection with Thor and the improvements she had observed in him. "Thor is my closest friend," she expressed with genuine emotion. "He rescued me, and I care for him deeply. Please don't allow anyone to take him from me." The legal proceedings were intimidating, and the trial was approaching. To further increase their stress, the local agility competition was quickly nearing. It was a significant occasion for Thor to display his skills and further illustrate how effectively he had adapted to his new existence. In spite of the tension, Emily and Thor kept up with their training. Emily's heart raced whenever she spotted the former owner watching from a distance, but she found courage in her love for Thor and her resolve to protect him. On the day of the event, the atmosphere was charged. Numerous dogs and their handlers assembled, prepared to take part in different competitions. While they awaited their turn, Emily saw the former owner on the sidelines, staring at them with a glare. She inhaled deeply and concentrated on Thor. "We got this," she murmured softly, "just like we rehearsed." When the announcer announced their names, Emily and Thor entered the course with resolve. The audience became quiet, excitement permeating the atmosphere. Emily signaled, and Thor leaped into action. Thor leaped over the jumps, navigated through the poles, and sprinted through the tunnels with an elegance that left everyone in awe. Upon crossing the finish line, the audience burst into applause. Emily smiled with joy, and Thor enthusiastically wagged his tail. The judges of the competition were taken aback. A famous dog trainer approached Emily, saying, "You and Thor make a remarkable duo. He's an exceptional dog, and your training efforts have been impressive." The day of the hearing had finally come. Emily held Thor's leash firmly. The former owner was present, frowning and mumbling quietly. Miss Patterson confidently presented their case, emphasizing Thor's advancements and the affectionate care he had received from Emily's family. The judge paid close attention while examining the photographs, veterinary records, and witness statements. Emily's letter was read out loud, bringing tears to the eyes of several individuals in the courtroom. Ultimately, the judge addressed the former owner. "The proof distinctly indicates that Thor was mistreated and overlooked while in your custody. He has flourished with his new family, and it is in his best interest to stay with them." The former owner objected, but the judge remained resolute. The judge stated that your actions have shown you are not suitable to look after this dog. The court decides in favor of Emily's family. Thor will stay with them forever. The court's decision marked an important win for Emily and her family, yet the narrative continued. After the hearing, the judge mandated an inquiry into Thor's former owner. The findings from this inquiry surprised everyone and strengthened the community's backing for Emily and Thor. It was uncovered that the man had a background of abusing animals. Multiple other creatures had endured mistreatment while in his possession. Individuals stepped forward with accounts of his harsh actions, and the regional news covered the story. The tale circulated rapidly, igniting a wave of public anger. Can justice prevail when past misdeeds are revealed? Subscribe now to ensure you don't miss what happens next. This breathtaking act of loyalty proves that love knows no bounds. If Thor's bravery inspired you, leave a comment to honor him, smash that like button, and subscribe. Don't forget to click the bell icon to be the first to watch more incredible tales of heroism and heart. The specifics of Thor's previous abuse united the community to take action. Neighbors, friends, and even acquaintances came together to support Emily's family, vowing to make sure Thor's previous owner could never harm another animal again. Did you like this tale? Have you ever saved an animal from neglect or an unhappy existence? Can you fully save an animal that has suffered abuse? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed the story, kindly subscribe to this channel and give a thumbs up. The tale of Emily and Thor demonstrates that we can coexist joyfully with our pets, even when there is a background of abuse. I greatly appreciate your attention. And just when you thought this was the ultimate tale of courage, let me tell you, our next story will challenge your deepest beliefs about fate and destiny. Click subscribe, share this video with 3 friends who love animals, and join us for another unforgettable journey.